Welcome everybody to My AI Live. Today is Friday, July 5th. My AI Live, we get together every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific. And we do this to showcase not only how great the My AI system is, but also to answer your questions on social media and to help you get very, very consistent. Okay. And so for a lot of you, you have no social media experience at all. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to build my business on social media. And for others, you have some social media experience. And this is just in really amplifying that for you. Either way, you're at the right place. Join us every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to do some great things together. So today's Friday, it's after the holiday. I'm expecting a little bit of a lighter day today with people, kind of the history of doing these courses for the last 4 years. I don't know. Has it been that long, Tom? It's been quite a while that we've been doing these, especially on the contact mapping side. So for as long as that's been, so I expect a lighter day today. However, for those of you who are here, we're going to get down to business. So some of the great things that you can do after a holiday to start conversations is to ask people about their holiday, right? It's not weird to go and ask people like, how was your holiday and stuff like that. It's a great way to start conversations. So a couple of ways, and I wanted to kind of hit conversations today because when you're building on social media, you're making these posts, you're commenting on others people's posts. Ultimately, what you want to do is drive the conversation to something, right? And you're starting more and more conversations. And the way you can tell if you are building your business effectively is to ask yourself this question. Grab a notebook and ask yourself this one question. Everybody ready? Got your notebook? You should always have a notebook, right? If I'm around, you should always have a notebook because I'm going to tell you to grab a notebook, right? Grab a notebook and write down this one question, okay? Answer this question. How many conversations did you have last week? So how many conversations did you have about your product or business last week, or that went towards your product or business? Or were conversations through social media of new people that you met or people that you were catching up with and things like that? How many conversations did you have? Now, the whole point of doing this work every day is conversations. Thomas taught us that conversations are king. And we do something called the coffee shop interview, right? We have these conversations, we learn more about people. But it's hard to have conversations when you don't have anybody to talk to. And that's why we do this work every day, right? You do this work every day, you're going to have a ton of people to talk to all the time. So with that, when we're starting conversations on social media, a couple of great ways that we've talked about recently with the My AI system is using birthdays and reaching out to people with birthdays, and then also reaching out to people on social media about holidays. Today as a unique way of using the Nowsite system to be able to start those conversations. Now, of course, we make our post every single day, and I'm going to show you all of that as well. What I would like to do first, though, is show you where you're going to find your replay for today's training. So we're going to come over here to the official corporate Nowsite group. This is the official corporate Nowsite group, and you want to make sure that you are a part of this group. If you're not, make sure you come over here and join. It'll say, join, we'll check that, make sure that you are, with us, and then we'll of course approve you. But this is where you're going to find all of your important information, your replays, announcements, things like that. This is where we're going to find that. All right. Now, if you want to know more about me, my name's Elizabeth Larson. I'm a personal and business transformation coach. I am a teacher, trainer, speaker, author, professional network marketer. I have been building businesses online and teaching social media, between social media, blogging, websites, and building conversations to build a business for over 10 years. Started with an essential oil company a long time ago in doing that on their stages, and it has evolved into this incredible business that I have today. So very, 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 very blessed to have this. And all of my posts are made with My AI system. So if you ever get, and don't know what to post, come over here, just find something of mine. You can do what we call a make it your own. So if you like something and you're like, oh, okay, this is a great idea. I want to do something like that. You can screenshot the post. And then you can come over here to the Nowsite system, post on social media, do a make it my own, kill the blue box, upload, and it's so simple. We're going to come over here. I'm going to put that in here. And then I just hit generate. The Nowsite system is going to look at the photo, it's going to look at the wording, and it's going to make something for you very quick. So check this out. Every step forward gets you closer to your dreams. Confidence and empowerment are born from within. Believe in yourself and embrace every victory. What's one goal you're proud of achieving? Drop it below. I'd love to share some tips. Need help? DM me. Let's chat. Love you all. Okay. Now this is great. Now this picture, does everybody agree, Nina? This picture does not fit this statement, right? Like PJ's like, no. So the AI didn't quite nail the picture. But the cool thing is that we can go in and change it, right? So we're going to come over here and I'm going to do an image search and I'm going to put a happy woman because I want a happy woman. All right. And let's see. Now you could use a picture of yourself. You could use a selfie. You could use something together like that. I'm going to find something in here I like. Something I haven't used before because I've used some of these photos because they were so good. Pick out something. Take just a second. I guess I could grab anything. I'll use this one. Nope, don't make that. All right. Arms wide. Let's do that one instead. Come over here. Actually, I like that photo a lot. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to add some text to my image. Now, once I add the text to my image, I can do any of the things like that. Okay, can I finish a couple of these capitals? And you can actually make your own photo just like I did with the little girl. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger. And remember, if you're going to do this for Instagram, it has to be smaller width to look great. If you're going to do it on Facebook, it's going to be more like this. I'm going to change. I've got the overlay color here. I'm going to put a little overlay in it just to darken the background so that the font shows up a little bit more. Go after your dreams, live the life you love, never settle for less than what you deserve. I'm going to put that up just a little bit. And I hit OK. I've got my photo. Now I could even bring this in a little bit if I want to and still edit just so it's recentered a little bit more if I want. And then hit add. Okay, I've got my wording. I've got that. I hit get started, post. I'm going to download the image and then I'm going to hit post. When I do, and then I'm going to put my post in here like this. And then share, right? So it's that easy to do and make it my own. Now, we do these kinds of posts every single day, right? These kinds of posts we're doing every single day. We're doing posts out, posts out, posts out. Our message is out. So there's 3 steps that we do every day, right? We post on social media, we comment on other people's posts, and we start conversations. Now, we start conversations from the comments that we make on posts. We also start conversations through birthdays, holidays, reaching out to people and things like that. So some of the ways that we're going to start conversations also is we'll daily go over to where we are for friends and then go look at upcoming birthdays. And as we look at the upcoming birthdays, of course, we're going to see birthdays. Now, you can either be the person who's early or the person on time or the person who's a little behind. Now, there's lots of people who do this different ways. There's some people who always like to be the first people, like 2 days early, saying, hey, I see you've got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday. What are your plans and things like that? That tends to work well. If you post on the day of their birthday, if you're like any of us, you're ending up with 200, 300 messages. And sometimes things get lost in those messages, or it takes time to reply to that message. So a strategy is to actually wish them happy birthday a couple days early. So you're like one of the first ones in having a conversation with the person, or a couple days after when they're finally starting to get caught up. That's the reason for those strategies. But another one on top of that is to come over here and then you go and not to my own. Come on, open up. All right. So you come over to the feed, and as you're seeing people's post, comment on it and ask them, how was your 4th of July? How was your holiday? Okay. Last way of being able to start holiday conversations that actually can lead to more, because if I comment on this sailboat, okay, let's look at the sailboat. Jen made a sailboat, or no, they didn't get in the water, but they tried and it just didn't work. Okay. I can start a conversation about that and say, hey, that's awesome, that you have that little boat, so you didn't get it into the water. But now I have a logical next question. How was the rest of your 4th of July? Okay. How was the rest of your holiday? What did you end up doing? Now I've got a conversation that is an easy conversation going back and forth, right? Last way you can do that as well is also coming back over to your friends list. And if you feel like you do not have a lot of people or enough people in your algorithm, then you're going to come over here and you start dropping down to the bottom of the list and see the people that are not really interacting with you, that you're not interacting with as much, and start going to some of their social medias, or actually message them and say, hey, I was just thinking about you. This is the way we actually do our 5 minutes. One of the things that we do and have done for years is what we call our 5-minute reach outs, where we do our short text messages. And we just tell people, hey, every couple of months, hey, I was just thinking about you. What's going on? How are you? And it's starting a conversation. You can actually do that same thing right here on Facebook or Instagram or any of your platforms by messaging somebody and saying, hey, it's been a while and I was just thinking about you. How are you doing? How was your holiday? How was your 4th of July? Now, this works really great for holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, things like that. Any major holiday, reaching back out to somebody that you haven't talked to in quite a long time and just saying, hey. And the way you do that with the Nowsite system is you're going to come over here and let's go find somebody. I haven't talked to Linda in a while. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do start a conversation. Start a conversation is just under starting a conversation. It's not a cold outreach and it's not a comment on a post. It's just starting a conversation. And additional instructions. Hey, Linda. It has been a long time since we chatted. I was just thinking about you. How are you doing? How was your 4th of July? Okay. And I'm going to give some direction. Write me a message That includes. Okay. So I'm telling the AI what I want. Write me a message that includes, hey, Linda, it's been a long time since we chatted. I was just thinking about you. How are you doing? How was your 4th of July? Okay. Now we're going to hit generate. As I hit generate, the AI is going to kind of clean that up for me a little bit, right? So, hey, Linda, it's been a long time since we chatted. I was just thinking about how you doing? How was your 4th of July? Okay. So it put it chatted. Wait a minute. Just wrote me the exact same thing. Make it longer. Regenerate. Put some more in there. Okay. Okay, I like this, except I don't need it put together as a letter, but I do like this, so I'm going to go ahead and clip this. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to send her a message, right? And as I do, I'm going to clean this up a little bit though. Would love to catch up is a way I would put it instead. When are you free to talk? Would be another way to do that, right? If you wanted to actually try to get things on the, and then I'm going to clean this up so it doesn't look like a letter. And then I'm going to put a little more space in there. Okay. All right. So this is basically a longer version of the same message that we kind of send in text message form. And this would work really well as, you know, this would work really well too. So the whole point of this is that starting with the very beginning question, you're going to know the success of your business based on every week asking yourself, how many conversations did I have last week? Now, I've asked this to people before and they said 2. Okay. Well, if you go on standard sales with somebody talking to somebody about a product or business, by the time you get to that part of a conversation, 1 in 10 people buy on average, right? If you talk to 2 people a week, it would take 5 weeks for you to even possibly get 1 person. And by then you'll probably be very demotivated about your business, right? So the more conversations that you can have, the more possibility for business success that you're going to have, right? So let's go ahead and make our social media post. Now, for Friday, again, you can ask the question. You could do a short text only. How was your 4th of July? You could do a make it your own, kind of like mine, grab something off my site or one of your upline sites or something like that. But let's go ahead and take 5 minutes. We're going to make a post. I'll answer questions during that time. And then today I want you to think about how many conversations you're actually starting on social media, whether it be your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever it is. How many conversations are you starting through your text messages? How many conversations are you actually having? And next week, we can talk a little bit about tracking those conversations also, if you guys like. Okay, let's get the timer up. 5 minutes. And okay, Diane.
When you did that first part and you did that wording on
Yes.
the picture, you put your name under there.
Mm-hmm.
If I copied that, would I keep your name under there?
Well, if you're using my exact quote,
Then I would.
then you do. If you're making something similar to it, then you don't.
Okay, so if the wording is slightly different.
Yeah, then not really.
Okay. I just thought, because sometimes I see that and I think, okay, I really like the wording,
Yeah.
but then I would just put your name on. That's great.
So our copy editor, Brenda Edmondson, always says that if you are quoting somebody, you want to give credit to the person who said it. If you're paraphrasing something and making it kind of your own kind of thing, then not necessarily.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome. All right. Let's do this. Okay, Deborah. Yeah, we'll talk about tracking conversations. Yes. Yes, Vicky, great question. So Vicky's asking, is there a limit to how many posts per day we can do for it to be most effective and won't negatively impact algorithms? This is a fantastic question, Vicky. The way I like to say this is that the number of posts that you should do is the number of posts that you can keep up with and have real conversations on. Because you can make posts like crazy, but the problem is twofold. One, if you're not getting engagement on those posts, it can actually hurt your algorithm. So you want to be careful of the kinds of posts that you're making. But number two, if you get comments on posts and you're not responding to those posts, Facebook will see that and penalize you as well because they want interaction. So what you want to do is post, and then as somebody comments, so let's say I make a post, PJ makes a comments on my post, right? I want to immediately comment back to PJ and ask her a question so that conversation continues, right? Because it's about starting a conversation. As I do that with PJ, now Johnny's going to make a comment on my post. So then I immediately go and comment on Johnny's and I ask him a question and I've got that conversation going. If I do that with each of the people that are commenting on my posts, Facebook sees a lot of interaction, and Facebook believes that, or Instagram or any of these believes that people want to see this. This is important to people. That's what their algorithm sees. And so then you actually get shown to more people. There are people who make 10 plus posts in a day and they're not getting any traction, and they think the more posts I make, the more it's going to do, and it's actually not doing them any good at all. The best thing you could do is be within the posts that you can actually get the interactions on. So if you could do 3 posts a day and keep up with the interactions on that post, you're golden. You're doing great. But remember, each time you kick on there, it kicks back up into the news feed. So it's more a quality versus quantity kind of thing. That makes sense. Do you want to go look at your page? No? Okay. Well, next week, if you want to go and have your page be one of the ones that we look through and stuff like that and kind of give you some tips, we absolutely can do that. So just let me know, okay? It's kind of hard being on the spot like that. It's kind of never like everybody's gonna look at my stuff. You know, I get it. No worries. Diane, did you have a question, honey? Nope. Yes, no, you didn't. Okay, I'm going to take your hand down then. All right. Anybody else with questions before we go to posts? Yay, Nina's got a new banner. I'm so excited about that. Yes, Paul. The banner is the big picture when you open up your Facebook page. Absolutely. The reply from me was not working today. Kept telling me it was used for network marketing and wouldn't give me a reply. I don't even know what that means, PJ. What does that mean? You're muted, honey. I can't hear you. Are you on the phone? I can't hear you. Are you talking to me?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, okay. I was like, this is the lip reading portion of the event. If I get this, I get the t-shirt.
It wasn't giving me a reply. It just kept saying, this is for network marketing, and it went into that, and then I would try again, and it still wouldn't give me. No, I haven't tried it today. This was yesterday, actually. So
Oh, the help me reply, right?
help me reply, yeah.
Yeah, it was so weird because it's been working perfectly. And then all of a sudden you put something in and it just gives this bizarre answer.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
strange. I haven't tried it yet today to see if it's been fixed or not. But we'll do that here in a little bit. Yeah, I'll go check again because boy, that was bizarre, some of the answers it was giving. But again, technology, you make a tweak somewhere and it kind of messes something else up sometimes, and we just have to fix it. All right, Nina's got her post and she did her new banner, and I gotta say, I am beyond proud of her. Like I really am enjoying this banner. Okay, so let's go ahead and come over here. So happy 4th, just updated my Facebook banner. Took me ages. I love playing around with the color details on Canva, fonts and stuff. This one sings to my heart. It's all about who I am now, serving others, using my lifelong experience as a Hollywood hairstylist to now help others with their hair challenges, creating their dream hairstyle, which boosts self-confidence, transformation. Connecting the dots of all things that I'm passionate about, beach vibes, hair, wellness, confidence, a lifetime of my love of nature, non-toxic, cruelty-free products for home and ourselves. A big shout out to cousin Salvador Paskowitz for your graphic design and Smart's help. Thank you to Elizabeth Larson. That's me. For your loving and helpful Zoom coaching classes and support. And thank you to Gio Rivera, the Love Change, for your artistic and technical guidance. Thank you, Nina Paskowitz Asner, for our Nava. Nava. Paskowitz Asner for all your time and support. I am absolutely loving this banner, Nina. I'm not kidding. This is beautiful. It's stunning. I think you finally nailed it. There's only one thing I might do. I might just stretch out this wording to right here. Maybe just stretch it out to the left a little bit
I
further.
tried that. I tried that and it felt
wouldn't come
hard
out.
to read. It was
Okay.
yeah. Listen, I have 65 versions on Canva. And the thing I wanted to share, and also I have a updated post where I ask questions and stuff.
Yeah.
So I posted finally my banner, which I've been working on for months. And the minute I did it, I'm like, I'm not sure about this photo. And my cousin instantly put on reply comments. Oh, that photo doesn't do justice to you.
Right.
So I sent her on a text this photo, which I thought at first, because it's a profile, is it gonna work? And she's like, oh my God, I love it. It's so serene and it's you know, it's you. And so then I played around with the coloring of it, blah, blah. But what was so crazy is I spent over a month for the whole thing. And then within an hour, changed the photo, changed the coloring, added the da-da-da, whatever. And so feedback is so vital. My other cousin, her brother, said, oh, Nina, that doesn't do you justice. I know you can do better with that photo.
Right. Yeah.
So,
you know what, Nina, that is, first of all, I want to make sure that we get everybody else's questions answered, but
yeah.
I love this banner. And a lot of times it's the way it works. You're working on something, you're working on something, and suddenly the breakthrough happens and you get it. So, I love this banner. Great job, honey.
Thanks.
All right, let's go look at the help me reply and see if that is working. So let's find a comment to throw in there the way we used to use this and see how that's working, because it might have just been a fluke. Listening is so important, and really hearing what other people are saying. How can women show you how that we're really listening? Do you think it? Okay, so I'm just going to throw this in there. And I'm actually going to put. All right, so let's go over to the help me reply. And we're going to do a new chat, right? Okay. Now I'm going to put my write me a response to this comment on my social media. All right, let's fix my typos. All right, let's try that. Maybe a little bit more direction where we used to just throw it in there. So let's give that a shot. Absolutely. Reflecting back what you just heard is one of the most powerful ways to show that you're not just listening, but also understanding. Demonstrating active listening by summarizing and by asking clarifying questions not only proves that you're engaged, but also deepens the connection. It's about creating a dialogue that both parties feel seen and heard. That sounds pretty good, PJ. Now let's do this. If I did that without the direction, let's try it without the direction and see what happens.
Seems to be working.
Yeah, it's back working again. So they must have fixed
Okay.
it. Looks like we're set. That makes me happy because the other day that was like, what was that? But the truth is it's everything in technology ends up with a bug or a tweak, or especially when we add something new in and it kind of messes. So we just got to fix it when it happens, and we all get through it. So, but it looks like it works now. Okay. All right, hard stop coming up. So I want to make sure, any other questions? Does anybody want to showcase any other post? Is everybody good today? Does everybody know what they're doing over the weekend? We're posting on social media over the weekend even, right? We're going to use our My AI system because we want to continue those conversations every single day, right? So do the 3 things over Friday or Saturday and Sunday also again, right? I'm going to come over here. We're going to do this. We're going to come to post on social media, comment on posts, and start on other conversations, right? So do this over the weekend. You're going to make your posts on social media. We're going to comment on other people's posts, and we're going to start conversations. And remember, utilize holidays to start those conversations. It makes it so easy when you do that, right? Because it's an easy way to start reaching out to people and doesn't feel weird. Like it's like, especially at Christmas time and the bigger holidays, 4th of July, Easter, all of those, it doesn't seem weird when you haven't spoke to somebody in a long time and suddenly, somebody reaches out to you, right? So let's do that. All right. Does anybody have any other questions or anything? We're done for today. All right. Monday, I've got some really great stuff coming up for you. We are going to talk a little bit about video. We're going to talk a little bit about Reels. We're going to talk about some other ways of being able to build on social media using our My AI system, right? So you won't want to miss that. We'll see you back here at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific on My AI Live. Have a great day, everybody, and have a wonderful holiday weekend, okay? Enjoy yourselves. Do something nice for yourself. But remember, sow a little bit into your business each day too, okay? All right. Love you all. Feel free to unmute and say bye. And have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great weekend.
Bye,
Have
you
a great
guys. Love
weekend.
you all.